Matt, start us off.
All right, the Vikings. Their last season was pretty awesome. They were 14-3, second in the division. They lost in the wild card to the Rams. It's crazy to see a team win 14 games and have four losses, and they actually only lost to two teams. They got swept by the Lions and then lost to the Rams once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. Their offensive EPA per play was actually worse than I thought. They were 14th. So not great for a 14-win team and Sam Darnold who threw for 35 touchdowns, but hey, that's what it is. Their pass block win rate was 70%, which is pretty good because they lost Darisaw midseason and traded for Cam Robinson. Their run block win rate was 15th. This is where they were really, really good. Their defensive EPA per play was second, point oh or negative .091. Their pass rush win rate was fourth. Their run stop win rate was fourth. And then this is the first time for all the quarterbacks I like to do like little EPA per play stat. Couldn't do it with JJ McCarthy because he hasn't played a snap and he played like what a quarter and a half against the Raiders in that preseason game. So we got nothing on this guy. They kept, of course, Byron Murphy. That was a big keep for them. 3 years, $54 million. He's going to be their nickel. Harrison Smith came back for another year, $1 million. One for $10 million. And then Aaron Jones came back 2 years, 22. It kind of got like a restructure a little bit. I think he did have like it was kind of like an option thing. So he has 2 years left on his contract. Van Ginkel got an extension 1 year, $23 million. He was awesome last year. Metellus got an extension. He's under contract till 2029. And then Josh Oliver, kind of a blocking tight end, got a contract till 2029. And then their free agency, they spent huge in free agency on the trenches. Will Fries, 5 years, $87 million. He's going to play guard for them. Jonathan Allen, 3 years, $51 million. Javon Hargrave, 2 years, $30 million. Ryan Kelly's coming in to play center, 2 years, $18 million. Isaiah Rogers, their CB1, baby, 2 years, $11 million. And then Jeff Okuda, I had to throw in here because he's CB2, baby. And then they traded. They made a little trades. Jordan Mason, I liked. They swapped 187 for a sixth and a sixth for 160. So they moved up 27 spots and got Mason, who I think the Niners were kind of out on anyway. And then they traded for Howell. They traded down 30 spots pretty much to get Sam Howell, and they needed a backup quarterback. They drafted. They only had 5 draft picks, so let's just run through them. Donovan Jackson, interior offensive lineman from Ohio State. Ty Felton, receiver from Maryland. Ty Ingram Dawkins from Georgia. Kobe King, off-ball linebacker from Penn State. And Gavin Bartholomew, tight end from Pitt. Their departures, obviously Sam Darnold, Cam Bynum, Cam Robinson, Daniel Jones, Pat Jones, and Garrett Bradbury. With all those guys leaving, and then signing massive amounts of guys, they still are eligible for 3 comp picks. I looked it up, specifically the rounds 3 and rounds 4 for the picks of Darnold and Jones. So the quarterbacks, they're still going to get replenished in comp picks, which was something that they were trying to do last year when they moved all that for Dallas Turner, I believe. They traded a ton of picks because they knew they'd get comp picks down the line. And then we get into the season outlook question for me. What if corner is just a nightmare? Because it might be. The boundary corner room right now is Isaiah Rogers and Jeff Okuda, both of whom were pretty much depth or third string guys on their previous teams. Uh, the backups are 2023 third round pick Mekhi Blackman, who I kind of liked. He tore his ACL in camp last season, so like he's hasn't played in a long time. Dwight Gluthern, he played 19 snaps on the defensive end for them last season, and he's CB4 right now. I think this team makes a vet corner move. They still have $25 million. They have a rookie quarterback, so it's easy to kind of allocate, $5-7 million to an actual corner who can play like with a pulse, and then get the rest of rollover for next year. But yeah, all the cards point to them getting another one, and maybe that you know front four is really really good because they've spent a lot on that one. Jonathan Grenard, Van Ginkel just got another extension as I mentioned, and then Dallas Turner they took in the first round last year. So, yeah, let's get into their schedule prediction.
Let's do it. So just as always, we're gonna do just top row, middle row, bottom row. For the Vikings, let's see. Okay, cool. I have them losing against Chicago week 1, and then winning the rest of these games: Falcons, Bengals, Steelers, Browns, to go 4-1 into the bye.
I have them beating Chicago. I have them then losing the next two against Atlanta and Cincinnati, and then winning the two out of country games, both again in Ireland against the Steelers, and then in London against the Browns. So they'll be 3-2 at the bye.
Well, I'm right there with you, Ryan. I have them losing that first game against the Bears and then winning out. So I have them being, 4-1 going into the bye. And bit of a spoiler alert here. I copped out a little bit when it came to these divisional matchups. I like all of these teams. I think for the most part they're all pretty equally matched. So each team will go 4-4 in the division, and they will be winning their home games and losing their away games.
Okay. All right. Middle row for me, I have them losing the next 4 games. Eagles, Chargers, Lions, Ravens. I have them losing all 4 games. Then they will beat the Bears and then beat the Packers in Lambeau.
I have them losing the first 3 of this row and then winning the next 3 of this row. So if they're going to lose to the Eagles, then lose to the Chargers, lose to the Lions, and then beat the Ravens, Bears, and Packers.
There you go. I have them losing against the Eagles because, of course, beating the Chargers and then losing the next year against the Lions and Ravens, beating the Bears, and then losing against the Packers. They picked up 2 dubs and put 4 in the loss column there in these 6 weeks.
And then for the last 6 games, I have them beating the Seahawks, losing to the Commanders, beating the Cowboys and Giants, losing to the Lions, and then beating Green Bay in Week 18 for a win total of 9-8 for me.
Yeah, I have them losing again the first 3 of this row: Seahawks, Commanders, and then Cowboys, and then winning the next 2, beating the Giants, beating the Lions, and then losing to the Green Bay Packers, finishing at 8-9. And this was the one of the division where it's like, man, I hated this. I just feel like this one's going to be wrong. Having them at 8-9. I trust their infrastructure. I trust their defense. But again, someone's got to lose games throughout the season, and it turned out to be this team. Their over-under is 8.5, so it's right at our line, minus 140 and then plus 120 for the under. Let's see if Ben goes over or under.
Yeah, well, I'll make it easy to tell that. I have them winning every single game in this stretch outside of the Giants game, which is fantastic. So I have them finishing the season at 11-6. So I'm definitely the high man on this team. I mean, that should come as no shock if my camera actually worked to you guys. You guys would be able to tell the flag that was hanging behind me. No, it is not a Vikings flag. It is a Michigan flag. For me, I like you said, Matt. I really do like the infrastructure that this team has put together. To be frank, don't really think Sam Darnold is that good of a quarterback, and you just need JJ McCarthy to be able to distribute the ball to his weapons. That's exactly what he did at Michigan. It was a success at Michigan. Obviously, it's a step up in competition, but he's not going to be asked to do all of these crazy things because he can just rely on all of the targets that he has around him. So I'm definitely the high man on them at 11-6.
I was going to say, I think my bold take for this team going into the season, and it's not just me being a hater. It might be. I don't know. I'm not big on JJ McCarthy. That's just, and even if he wasn't a Viking, like, I'm just not big on him. If you guys remember before the 2024 draft, we did a whole ranking and everything as well. I'll find that while Matt, talks about his takes and stuff, but I think that Sam Howell's going to start a game out of the season. That's my bold take.
Like,
JJ
out of a
McCarthy will be benched
benching?
at some point. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, okay. But like for the most part, yeah, I think just the rookie woes of the season will happen. And again, like I said, like this is a really, really good division. So I don't love the schedule, to be honest. I don't love everything about it as much as I lead on as I did before. But overall, like again, if there's one team that I'm like walking in the door, like, oh man, I think I could be really wrong about this one. It's this team just because I think the coach is really good and the defense is really good and like Ben said, the quarterback's not going to have to do that much, but yeah.
Whoa. Well, looks like it's just the two of us here.
There goes Ryan.
Oh,
Dude,
there
there's
it
a
is.
back button on my mouse and I bumped it. I'm so sorry. That's hilarious.
Sure.
I hope you guys made some good points while I was gone for 30 seconds. Anyways, all
The
right,
best
cool.
points.
So